My husband fell in love with his deceased brother's wife. So after she falsely accused me of pushing him down the stairs, causing her to lose her child, my husband angrily slapped me and left a divorce agreement to accompany her abroad to clear her head. Even when I was kidnapped and called him for help, he believed it was a PLO to trick him back, said he was busy, and hung up the phone. However, when he returned and found no trace of me at home, he began to panic. "Where's Lola?" Dominic asked. The others exchanged glances and shook their heads, indicating they didn't know. Dominic didn't think much of it. He knew they all saw me as the one responsible for Jessica losing her child. It made sense that they didn't know where I was. He pushed open the bedroom door. The room was eerily quiet, as if no one had lived there for ages. Dominic scanned the room but didn't see me. His expression darkened. He went to the wardrobe to get a bathrobe to take a shower, but found that something seemed to be missing from the wardrobe, but he couldn't remember what it was. It wasn't until Dominic spotted the divorce agreement at the corner of the bed that he suddenly snapped out of his daze. The document was in the same state as when he had left a few days ago. Seemingly untouched, if I had returned to stay here in the past few days, the divorce agreement wouldn't have remained unchanged. At that moment, Dominic realized what was missing from the war road, my suitcase. Dominic clutched the divorce agreement tightly, his expression growing serious. He hesitated for a moment, then dialed my phone number, but found it turned off. He then called a number I had called him 7 days earlier to say I had been kidnapped, but the line remained unanswered. Dominic threw the phone onto the bed, walked into the bathroom. Outside, a clap of thunder split the night sky, illuminating the room as bright as day. "Dominic, I've been kidnapped. Can you come and get me?" "Dominic?" Dominic jolted awake from his dream, his hand reaching out to the empty space beside him. The circulation of the bed weighed heavily on his heart. "Mr. Sinclair? The butler?" Anna opened the door, glancing at the slightly haggard man before hesitating to speak. "The police are here. They say they have news about your wife." Hearing this, Dominic's expression turned icy. He raised his head indifferently. Two police officers approached. Seeing the man sitting behind the desk, they hesitated for a moment, unsure whether to speak. Finally, the older one stepped forward, carefully taking a USB drive from his briefcase and handing it over Mr. Sinclair. "This was anonymously sent to the police station. It may help us find your drive." Dominic's gaze fell on the USB drive, but he remained unmoved and made no move to take it, and it couldn't stand it anymore. She stepped forward, took the drive, and seeing that Dominic didn't stop her, inserted it into the computer's USB port. The video showed a figure standing on the edge of a cliff, someone very familiar. The woman's face was very pale, her hair disheveled and her lips covered in blood. Upon seeing the figure in the video, Dominic's expression suddenly changed. He stood up from his seat. "You can run, but you can't hide. We've been chasing you all night." A man's voice came from the computer. Dominic clenched his fists tightly, then heard another man's voice. "MS Mitchell, we have no quarrel with you. I can let you go. How about this call, Dominic? If he's willing to come and get you, can go." A phone was thrown at the woman's feet. Dominic collapsed into his chair, feeling a sense of suffocation. He watched me pick up the phone from the ground, my fingers covered in blood, and type out the numbers on the screen. "Dominic, I've been kidnapped. Said they'll let me go if you come." My voice mingled with the whispers of the wind drifted up from the computer. Dominic clutched his heart, feeling a sharp pain, as if something important had vanished forever from his life. He looked up and noticed that the video showed me glancing around at the crowd before running toward the edge of the cliff and jumping off. "Laura," Dominic murmured, falling into deep thought. Others might not know what was said in that call, but he did. He said, "I'm busy." Lola. Dominic called out again, but his vision blurred and he collapsed to the ground. 2 years later, a lavish charity gala was held at the Tundra Royal Hotel. A luxury car drove down the street with Henry sitting in the passenger seat, occasionally glancing at the two people in the back seat through the rearview mirror. Dominic, dressed in a black suit, stared out the window, clutching a phone tightly in his hand.